Celebrating 15 years of podcasting, here's a memorable moment from the Adam Carolla Show's Ace Awards archives.
Everyone I know loves pineapple upside-down cake. Dawson,
Yeah, boss.
do you like pineapple upside-down cake?
No, I do not.
All right, moving on. I knew he wouldn't. Let's find out here, Dawson, other than you, who enjoys pineapple upside-down cake. Now, I know Gary enjoys it quite a bit because he did it. I enjoy it quite a bit. Joe?
Only eat it when it's around. I love it every time.
Okay, all right. So, let's just say out of 8 people, 7 people like it very much. Here's the next question. When is the last time any of us have eaten a piece of pineapple upside-down cake? And I think the over-under 7 years.
Last year.
Fucking Dawson.
Now, for some new memorable moments, let's get back to the Adam Carolla Show.
Terrence K. Williams is in the studio. My mic's all right. Okay. Oh, God, it's so funny. Mike August is back there. He's listening. Mike did a move at a Chick-fil-A, and he just torpedoed this woman's drink order, which is perfect. Because the thing about fast food people, they're okay, but they're not smart enough to juggle 2 or 3 thoughts. You know what I mean? Or anybody who takes any food order. So what happens is if you're sitting there, if I go out to dinner with you, I don't want to go out to dinner with Dawson. I'll go out with Terrence.
Thank you.
I want to get pineapple upside down cake for dessert. No, so what happens is if I go in there and I go, I'll have the BLT, but no mayo. They'll go like, okay, the BLT, no mayo. And then you go, the BLT sounds good, but I'll have extra mayo on mine. I'm like, all right, now I'm getting extra mayo.
Yeah.
Or you're not getting extra. We're screwed in one. We're not going to be able to do both these 2 things. These are 2 things.
You are
and
right
we can't
about
do
that.
them up. So we got this guy, John Clay Wolf, the car guy, and he's got his wife, and he's great. He's flying us to Reno in his private jet, and blah, blah, blah. And we're on the way to the airport, and the wife, this is the wife of the rich guy with the private jet. She goes, I'll pull into the Chick-fil-A. I'm going to get a Sunjoy, which is basically an Arnold Palmer.
Okay.
But they didn't want to pay to clear Arnold Palmer, I think. So they call it a Sunjoy, right? And so she goes, oh, I love these things. And she's a woman, you know. So she goes, I'm going to have the Sunjoy with not the sweet tea, regular tea, Sunjoy, not the sweet tea. Because she's, woman, probably counting her calories, Then they point at me, and I'll go, I'll just have a coffee. Then the guy, John, orders a coffee. And then Mike goes, I'll have the Sunjoy, but with the sweet tea. And I was like, all right, Mike, now you just fucked her. You know that, right? So I just get it with the sweet, and she gets it, and it's like, all right, not going to work. And sure enough, they both come back with the sweet tea in it, and she's bitterly disappointed. But Mike got her from the back seat. I don't know what protocol is. I think you just have to go 2 of those. Because once you introduce the second thought,
Makes sense.
we're screwed now.
Right.
Because they're
You are right about that.
they used to just be dumb. Now they're dumb and looking at their phone, and they got an edible in them. And there's no way she's pulling off the 2 different Arnold Palmers.
Kind of sad. Too many distractions.
But they need a raise.
Right, but the comedy, that's true. The comedy is the person who's paying for the private jet flight to Reno, she got hers the way she didn't want it, and the guys that are flying free, we get ours the way we want it. Nice. Yeah. All right, what do you got, Dawson?
Yeah, before we get going, Terrence, man, I've never met somebody who was raised with such hurt and such pain, and then accept more pain and more hurt from the rest of the world just for speaking the truth.
And that's why I was built for it.
And it just speaks volumes to your constitution, Dad. You are an impressive individual, dude.
Thank you. I apprate that.
Let's start with some good news, Adam, out of the New York Post. It appears that more women are waking up and realizing they can also drive trucks.
That's
They
good.
they can be auto mechanics. Vocational school shot up 16% last year in women's enrollment. And the New York Post shares some stories. These are, pretty great. This one chick named Victoria Carl, and that name is important. She said, they told me I couldn't do it, so that's why I did it. She said she went to the guidance counselor, and he was like, you should just try to be a nurse or something. She's like, screw you, became an auto mechanic. Now she runs her own auto mechanic shop. She's very successful. She's hiring people, putting money into the system, and her name is Victoria Carl. Guess what she called the auto body shop?
Victory Car.
Victoria.
Carl's Automotive. Because she knows that no one is going
Victoria.
to bring their car to Victoria's auto shop.
Nobody's going to
No.
Betty's.
They think they're selling
Betty's
like
Automotive.
car-themed lingerie
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good point. My Victory car would work as well.
It would.
But this is good. Also, for women, they get a little extra added bonus because whether they become a framer or a pipe fitter, electrician, plumber, whatever, mechanic, they get a cool story. People like the cool story where people like go, "Oh, you're a plumber? Yes, that's right, I am." And they become a little talk of the job site, and it's kind of like fun. It's kind of a when you're fish out of water, you get a little extra love.
You get a little respect.
Yeah.
If you were a Jewish cornerback in the NFL, there'd be a bunch of nicknames for you, and you would get endorsements that other guys wouldn't get, and it'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of cool, right? So you get that.
Well, are these women real women or trans women?
These
numbers?
I'm going to say real women. It does not say trans anywhere in this.
No.
And they would identify it if they were.
They were okay. I just have to ask because
Well, you know what?
of the times we living in
No,
now.
these are real young women
Yeah.
who went to trade school, started working, and are making six figures because they didn't waste their time on college.
Let me
Okay.
say this as well. When I used to be a carpenter, it was some back-breaking shit. Like you had to lug drywall around and tools. Everything wasn't, I don't want to say automated, but there was a lot of hand stuff and a lot of grunt work. And now they have a lot of stuff. Like you see guys walking around, you see like two guys and they're carrying a refrigerator, but they have that nylon strap that goes under it, and then it clicks into like both their belts. And it's like, what the fuck were we doing? We were dragging it on a piece of cardboard, shoving it upstairs. Like everything was like how the Egyptians built the pyramids with us. It's all just pure grunt force labor. Tools work now. They're cordless, battery operated. You don't need to be the lumberjack to do that job anymore. There's a lot more finesse to it now. Yeah.
You don't even need a measuring tape. Now they got these devices, these lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. Next story coming out of the Telegraph.
We did hire a woman painter here once. Sucked.
Yeah.
Sucked ass. I'm like, I gave a whole speech inside of this studio going, listen to me, people. If you hire a painter and you walk up on that painter and you see them painting the wall with the roller with no extension on the roller and using a pan instead of a bucket with a screen in it, they have no fucking idea what they're doing as a painter. I gave a speech in here for about 20 minutes. I walked out, turned right, saw the woman I hired to paint this place standing there trying to paint the wall with no extension and using a pan and no roller. Took her 3 days to paint like 8 feet of wall, and we had to fire the bitch. But other than that, I'm all for the program. Let's not let my personal experience get in the way.
This next story is going to be interesting because there are several words in this story that will trigger you, Adam. And I think by the time I finish this opening sentence, you're going to be livid.
All right.
The parents of a schoolgirl with anxiety are battling for her therapy dog to be allowed in the classroom.
All right. Everybody would like their dog with them at all times.
Yes.
I would like to go to a dentist office, and while I was getting a filling, I'd like my left hand to be brushing the top of Phil, my dog's head. Yeah. I would. And I would like him on a flight, and I would like him in a movie theater. I would like him wherever Sam I am liked his green eggs and ham.
Yeah.
I would like my dog Phil. I would.
Right.
But I realized there are other human beings on the planet, on the flight, in the movie theater, in the dentist's office, who may be allergic to Phil's dander, or maybe just not appreciate Phil like me.
Oh, forget about the fact that if there was a dog that visited my school when I was in elementary school, I wouldn't get anything done because my entire focus would be on, holy shit, dude, there's a dog in here.
Right.
Well,
that is true.
If you have an anxiety to the point where you can't leave the house without your dog, shouldn't we focus on your anxiety and figuring out ways to cure it instead of ways to sort of mask it? Because if you think about it's sort of like me going, well, listen, I have an anxiety about being outdoors, and that's what the heroin cures.
Yeah.
And then you'd go, well,
good job. All right.
I don't think you can have anxiety heroin with, I got a note from Dr. Drew. Like, well, I think we should address the problem of heroin addiction more than argue with people about why you get to shoot up in the classroom because you're bored or you feel anxiety. So my thing is if you truly cannot get on a commercial airliner without your dog, you need a lot of work and therapy. The answer isn't that's just true. Let them take their dog.
Right.
That's the answer. Anyway.
And I mean, I would imagine it's poor parenting from the beginning. They probably let their kid do everything with this dog. And now their dog has developed a dependence. The kid has the dependence on the dog.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they're just feeding into it more and more and more. And
There's way too much people announcing they have anxiety or what have you about everything all the time.
Yeah, you know how you cure anxiety?
Knock it
you
the
fucking
fuck
challenge
off.
yourself. Fucking get out there and get it done.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. I am telling you.
Quit being a wimp.
Get the fuck up.
Quit being a wimp.
I'm telling
Excuse my
you,
language.
Dr. Drew had a panic attack with me many years ago. I've told the story, but I'll tell it fast. We're taping a show for MTV. We had about 4 shows to tape in a day. 4 one-hour shows we used to tape in a day. Gang tape. I always have to hit the T hard on when I get to tape and the gang tape. So gang taping, and it was between show like 3rd and 4th show or something. And I was sitting up there going, let's go, let's move, here we go. And I said, where is Drew? And all the producers ran out, and they said, he is in his dressing room, and he's having a panic attack, which evidently Jon Favreau gave him in the show before when Jon Favreau was explaining to him how AIDS works.
So that's what he's good for.
That's what he's good for. So I walk into Dr. Drew's dressing room, and he's breathing into a bag. A paper bag, and all of the producers are standing around going, oh my God, are you okay? Okay. And he's breathing. They're going, give him room. Give him room. And he's breathing into this bag. Give him room, everybody. And I come walk in and I go, what's going on? And they go, Drew, he's having a panic attack. And I said, listen, we got 2 more shows to do, and I got a dinner tonight. So we're going to get the fuck out of here. So get your ass and get it back up on the stage. And everyone looks at me and they go, he's having a panic attack. He's having a panic attack. Now leave him alone. Give him some room. And he's breathing into this bag, and they're getting him waters and stuff. And I said, listen to me, goddammit. You go out there and you sit on stage. You sit. Have your panic attack on stage, but you sit on stage there. I will do all the work. I will start the show. I'll interview the guests. I will take the first caller. I'll throw the break. You put your ass out there, and we're going right now. And
Adam shook him a couple of times, slapped him across the face, and said, Christ, man, you're a doctor.
That's right.
What
Get
is
hold
a
of
panic
yourself.
attack?
He got up. He just stood up, put the bag down, and walked right out on stage. And I just yelled, all right, we'll do it live, like Bill O'Reilly.
That's right.
And we just started.
So basically, all he needed was somebody to tell him to stop the shit.
And he told me later, just knocked the shit right out of him. Like he just said, I didn't have to stop having a panic attack when she started yelling at me. Go out there.
By the way, I do want to point out last thing in this anxiety dog story. The only utterance of anything regarding anxiety is that she has anxiety.
Yes, everyone has anxiety.
Everybody has that
That's
now.
it.
That's
so
right.
I don't know if they saw a doctor about that. Some stupid news out of TMZ. Alicia Silverstone had fans freaking out over her health, with some even asking if she was still alive after she munched on what they identified as a poisonous berry This next line deserves to be read in that TMZ VO. The actress was clearly clueless about her snack choice. Revealing in
That's your
TikTok
TMZ
clip.
voice?
That was terrible, dude.
That's
I'm
terrible.
a one-trick pony. I can do me. You want to hear me?
I'm not sure which the one is, but
I don't
yeah.
know.
So let's see. She got a video of this?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. We got a picture of her not looking
I
happy.
believe it's a video.
Okay, I've discovered something that I can't figure out what it is, and I need your help. I just bit into it because I was on the street and we were discussing whether this was.
That's what you
tomato or
do.
not.
That's what you do.
It's definitely not.
Looks
because
like
look
a
at these leaves.
orange,
street.
weird berry thing.
Yeah.
Those are the leaves.
Size of
So what
plum
the heck
tomato, a
is this?
little
Because
bit.
when you open it up, it looks like that.
Yeah.
And if I bite it,
Mm.
I don't think you're supposed to eat this.
Yeah. You're probably also not supposed to reach into someone else's
Does anyone
property
know
through
what
their
this is?
fence and take their fruit.
I don't know. Is that she's on the streets of
Tell
England?
me I'm
I don't know.
England.
She's in England. Oh, come
Thank
on,
you.
Dawson. You researched the story. You know where she is.
I read the article here.
Oh, does it say she's in England?
No.
I remember her being in England, so I must have heard it.
Okay, no, she's in New England, bro. Northern New England.
New England.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did I hear England?
Because you heard
Oh,
England.
it's got the word England in
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
She's in New England and ate this berry. All right. And then what was the answer? What did people say to her?
No, that's why it's fucking garbage. No official word yet on how Alicia's doing, but she posted a few Instagrams after the
fans
video.
online
I
said
was
this
So it
was-
seems
hold
she
on a second.
survived.
Hold on. We got to get our story straight. I was told, fans told her it was a poisonous berry.
It was a Jerusalem cherry.
Oh, is that a poison berry? Right.
Yeah, they're saying, warning her that it was poisonous, so it could be
Oh.
deadly. So yeah,
All right, that's the rest of the story.
yeah. Well, that's the rest of the story.
Also, she is in England, or she was in England, but the Northern New England Poison Center was the one that described the plan as having.
Yeah, there's no way we could figure any of this
Well,
out.
that's her fault.
Show
I was
me,
told she-
okay. Oh, her latest UK adventure. There it is. All right. Yeah,
All
you're
right.
right.
Just read the story in advance. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I was told it was in England, and she ate a berry.
You know,
and
it's
then,
funny. Yeah, I saw UK and I just read, ugh.
And then people told her that it was poisonous. Listen,
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about her poisoning herself because I went to an RFK Jr. event. I went to his birthday party.
Okay.
And, you know, for me, I didn't grow up in the foster system, but I was like foster system adjacent. Like, I didn't grow up in the foster system, but I think everyone who grew up in the foster system ate better than I did growing up. So when you tell me there's free food at Rich Guy's house, I'm always in. Always in. And RFK Jr. I'm a fan of. So I show up, big mansion in Bel Air, beautiful, and you walk in and it's a big spread, sushi. And they have a guy making it for you right there, like a station. You know, the guy's just making, and you know he's the best. Japanese guy's cooking, doing everything.
Yeah.
Free sushi is gonna be good. So then I go over there. I go, give me 10 pieces of sushi. This is sushi. I go sit down and eat. I'm like, not as good as what I thought it would be, you know. And then I start eating a little more, and then I'm like, doesn't even taste like not that good. And then I go, it's vegan sushi. It's vegan sushi. Oh, I go, there's no meat. There's no fish in here. It's like, no, it's made of.
You can't do that. Doesn't sushi mean?
Yeah.
It should.
Okay.
All right. It's what it is it's made of like gelatin or something and orange dye number 4. You know, they have to
pretty good.
dye it, make it look like a salmon and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then someone goes to me and goes, I don't know about this fake sushi, but why not? Someone goes, you know, they have sliders. I go, sliders? Yeah. Miniature hamburger? Yeah. I go, well, I like that. Go get the slider. Go to get the slider. Bite into the slider. It's like, not as good as what I was kind of hoping for with this. Oh, it's a vegan slider. It's vegan. It's a
come
slider. It's
on.
made of bean curd or whatever. And I'm like, it's not bad for something that does not have any cow in it, but I'd sure be happier if there was some.
Yeah.
And I was like, there was some Chinese thing over here or something. I went over there. It's like vegan. Yeah, well, it's not real chicken. And I'm like, okay, who the? There's 80 people here. There are no. Alicia Silverstone is the one who set up the diet for the food. She set the food up. I'm like, oh, she's vegan. What do you want to say to everyone who's vegan? You're vegan.
Right.
Exactly.
You are vegan.
I get-
The other 86 people here want real sushi, but you are vegan.
Yeah,
So-
these are things that Paul McCartney and Madonna make every single venue they go to
Right.
play. You can't have any vegan or any meat.
Can't get a
fucking
brat
anywhere.
in a Madonna concert.
You certainly shouldn't have to accept it from them. But
the
Alicia
beauty-
Silverstone,
I don't
The
eat
beauty
vegan.
is
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
is miserable at this place because we're all eating fake sushi. But she must be vegan. So that's
I would have been disappointed.
listen.
And I know you. I
want
know
a heads
you
up.
saved. I know you saved room in your belly for that event.
Probably
You were-
did, yeah.
He
By
was
the way,
probably- he was
probably did.
excited.
I
was
was.
Gonna be some good shit.
It was gonna be real good.
Yeah.
And
He
let
was
me
looking
tell
for
you,
the prawns.
the fake stuff, the vegan stuff, like vegan sushi. It looks better than regular sushi because it has to.
'Cause it has
You
to.
have to walk in, you go, look at that. It's
Yeah.
perfect. It looks perfect. They put grill marks in it and stuff. Not grill marks,
Yeah.
but they'll stridate it so it looks like actual
Because some
salmon.
asshole once said you eat with your eyes first.
We got one
Oh,
life
fuck
to
that
live.
guy.
We got one life to live, and I'm not dying a vegan.
My thing, my
I'm not dying
motto
a
is
vegan.
I got one life to live, and that cow's got half a life to live.
Exactly.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, Kiki Friedman always said, "I'm not vegan, but I eat animals who are." So, well, Starbucks, they hired a new CEO. I guess they hired the CEO of Chipotle.
Hey, can I ask you this? Terrence, you're too young to remember, but Dawson may have some thoughts, and Joe Prano may have some thoughts. Has the coffee house or the Starbucks or just the coffee place replaced video stores as the place that employs the freaks? Because when I was younger, you'd go into Odyssey Video and the chick with the purple hair and the nose stud, and
Sure.
fat and whatever, Wiccan bitch, unemployable, in other words, was always working the video store. Always
Or-
work. The dregs of society, the angry chicks, the aggressive piercing people, the fucked up tattoo, the colored hair, the people that really had no business working but needed to work. Those were the ones who worked at the video store because there was no Starbucks, there was no coffee house or coffee place. Now the video stores are gone and their kids all got a job at the Starbucks. Because when I walk in, that's what I see. I see the video store circa 1989.
I see Tower Records, but yes.
Tower Records.
From
Yes,
experience,
yes.
from ex-
Howard Rent Videos.
From my
Yeah.
experience, the video store I worked at was full of freaks. You're exactly right, Adam.
Really?
Yeah, the manager was bald with a ponytail. Super cool guy.
Bald
And
with
when you're
the
bald with a
ponytail.
ponytail, you have to be cool. Because otherwise people won't put up with your shit. Yeah. Yeah, I think the video store, I think the coffee store, the coffee house, Starbucks, whatever it is, has taken over the dregs of society, the unemployable.
It's really
Essentially.
It's really just Starbucks, to be honest.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
only run into the freaks at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you go to coffee, is it Coffee Bean?
Not as freaky as
it's not as freaky as Starbucks. Starbucks, they employ all of the freaks.
Yes.
I mean, these people are like next level weird.
I agree. And then all the weird, groovy, this is a hate-free zone and all that shit. Why is it at the why coffee? You know what I mean? It's just a hot beverage that people, coffee used to be just
The
consumed.
poor people in Guatemala are breaking their
Right.
backs to
It's
pick.
because they're doing fancy stuff with the
Oh,
coffee
it's the
now.
fancy shit.
Yeah, let me get a
All right.
frappuccino with caramel, this and some sugar free, and then some syrup and some cinnamon and some sugar. So like,
I had a person order a latte, extra hot, light foam. Like he liked foam, but not that much. You know what I mean? Like he had like a directive on foam. Like he was going to drop a tape on it and go, you know what, I asked for light foam and there's 7/8 worth of foam on there. I was looking more in the 3/4 range. Like,
Really?
how are you just doing that to have dominion over the person? And by the
Such
way,
a
you're not
bitch.
going to get it that way. You're
Well,
just
you're
going to
really
get the way
knocking
they do
on
it.
an important door here. Terrence, what kind of foam do you like?
You light foam?
Well, yeah. These are the important things.
Very, very light,
How about your tub?
but not too light.
How about tub water? Medium
You know,
foam?
I go in. My coffee. I just order black coffee with cream, and when I ask for black
you.
coffee and cream at Starbucks, they look at me crazy, huh?
Right.
Just black coffee with cream.
That's only going to take half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Can I say this
because
too?
we're so used to all those
Is this a
customized
COVID?
orders.
Is it a COVID thing or something? But I order a coffee and with cream, just
Yeah.
like you do. There's no waiting behind me. Boom, we're done in 15 seconds. But you guys tell me if this is a thing. I like a strong coffee with cream, but I like to be in charge of the cream. And the problem is it used to be out. And what you do is you go, good, because I know how much cream I like in my coffee.
Right.
Now, a guy pulls up a 1 gallon jug that's filled to the top, and he goes, all right, how much cream do you want? Get just a little splash, just a little. And they go like, glunk, glunk. And you go, yeah, good. And he goes, okay, and the thing's pale white. And you go, that's not what I wanted, but you had to do it. But if I could have done it, I could do it how I want
I
it.
request everything. I want my cream on the side and my sugar on the side.
You do it on the side.
On the
Smart.
side.
COVID took
I
that
do-
away from
I
us.
do it on the side.
Now they have to give it to you in a little cup, but no longer do they have the station, the cream
I like the
station. I
station.
miss the
And
station.
if you want extra cream, just say,
Yeah.
I want extra cream on the side.
Right.
On the side.
Maybe if you had business cards printed with the right color of beige that you like your coffee,
And I would
just be
dip
like,
it like it was a
make look-
toothpaste
there you go,
commercial.
like, yeah.
See what your teeth
Or a
look
paint
like?
commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
And
working at
co-
Lowe's.
And Starbucks coffee, it tastes burnt too.
Well,
Yeah.
Starbucks has sparked some outrage after revealing that its newest CEO will have the opportunity to work from home in the UK, believe it or not.
In the UK.
yeah.
I thought this guy was in Los Angeles.
no,
What do
no.
I know?
As opposed to the company's headquarters in Seattle, Washington, the beloved coffee chain first shared a press release to announce the dude's new title. His name is Brian Nickel, after he spent 6 years working as the CEO of Chipotle. According to the deal, he will have the opportunity to work from home because he has a small remote office in Newport Beach, California, UK. In addition, he will not only have an assistant of his choosing at the remote office, but the office will also be maintained at the expense of the company.
You said
What is
Newport
the
Beach,
salary?
California in the UK.
Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking around. I'm just recalling my
Where is his
my
office?
TMZ story. It's in Newport Beach.
But he gets to work from the UK.
I said UK because of the TMZ story. That just went over everybody's head.
I didn't go over our heads.
I know.
We were confused because
I know.
we'd been 10 minutes since we talked about the
You're
UK.
right. All right.
But then at some point when I said I thought this was in California, that's when you start laughing real hard and yell, gotcha.
Okay.
They should hire a black CEO now.
Yeah.
I think they have to.
Yeah, they have to.
I like my
Or else
CEOs
they're
black.
racist.
Like I like my coffee. This guy, listen, if you can get your work done, then you should be able to do it from wherever you want and fuck everyone else. So let him stay home. And also this thing where they go, he's telling his employees to do this while he's doing that. Like, let me tell you how CEOs work. This guy's flying private, well, we're flying commercial. Yeah, that's why he's the CEO. That's how that shit works. He gets a parking spot right in front with his name on it. We got to take the shuttle in from the remote line. Yeah, bitches, that's why you want to be the CEO.
Right.
All right, let's see. I'm nervous, but one more, Dust. Do we have one more?
I was delivered 4 stories, bro.
4 stories.
Yeah.
All right. Committed them
that's,
to memory, and that's it.
Yep, I just read them, and then I read them on here, and then, upset you a little bit. It's all par for the course.
I'm not upset.
That's all right.
I
don't
was
wanna hear
just
it.
verbally told that this is what the story was.
No, I know, and I glanced at the story. I'm traveling this weekend, so I got 8 million other jobs besides this one. And so I got here, I read the stories. I must have missed it. I got a lot on my mind. I missed the UK thing. And then I saw Northern New England, and I'm like, well, there's no Northern New England Poison Center.
Yeah.
Must be there.
I feel like
I don't
Dawson
watch
needs a.
TMZ.
That makes sense, yeah.
I don't watch TMZ either.
I watched you
Yeah, I know.
religiously.
I can't do it.
Well, where was the TMZ story? Was that?
That was Alicia Silverstone eating poison
I
berries.
didn't see that. I didn't see that story because I was out of town. That's what the problem was.
All right. Well, so was Alicia Silverstone. Apparently, did you know she was in the UK?
She was in the UK
Yeah.
eating poisonous berries.
Absolutely.
All right, let me give Terrence a plug and. Dawson, you got any shows coming up?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to be at the Mountain Music Festival this weekend in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, introducing bands, hanging out with Tesla, Foghat 38 Special.
Terrence, you grew up on Tesla and Foghat, right? I mean, in the
You know these
community and
guys.
all.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Being 32 years of age.
I'm a faster pussycat,
Do you have
Slaughter.
any idea who Foghat or
I
Tesla
have
is?
no clue at all.
No, I would guess no on that.
I know who Tupac and Snoop. I know Tupac and Snoop Dogg.
You know, it's
I
not
know
a
who
two-way
they-
street with the blacks because we bend over backwards to. Oh, I'm down with Tupac. I know what Tupac is. We don't go fucking Tesla. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I'm
But if
down
you-
with Tesla.
But if you're in the area and you buy a one-day pass,
This is Tesla
you'll see
right
me
here?
do. You'll see me. No, that's probably Foghat.
I don't know if
Foghat.
it's Foghat or Tesla.
I
but
mean,
I don't know where they
I
got that.
guarantee you that's not Tesla. That's
Given
Foghat,
Charles Manson.
How do you know? You just know what they
vibes.
look like, or is it like?
Well, I
big
know what Tesla
mustaches?
looks like.
Oh,
I
you
also
do?
know Tesla's first record came out in like 88 or 89.
They wouldn't have been dressed
They didn't
this
look
way.
like that.
No, that's a big
Yeah,
mustache.
that's Foghat.
All right.
But yeah, if you buy a one-day pass on Saturday, you'll see me do a stand-up show with Jim Florentine and Izzy Presley and Don Jameson and Courtney Cronin and Hal Sparks. And that's inside
Terrence,
the
you know
festival.
Hal Sparks pretty big in the community.
Oh yeah,
right?
we used to jam to that all the time.
No, that's
yeah. We were in the hood
He's
bumping
not
that.
in a band. He's
We
not
were
in a band. he's a comedian. All right. We'll take a break. Dawson, you get a nap in. Terrence, I'll give you a plug, the Terrence K. Williams Show, available on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and more. Website, Terrence, no, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Terrence K. Williams. Sorry, when you run it all together, it looks weird. TerrenceKWilliams.com is Williams.com is where you go.